Hi. Um, I'm having trouble getting the cameras to switch over, so I'm working on that because there's got to be a way to flip the camera from where I am. There used to be, it was really easy, but now I can't figure it out. So I thought I'd come on a little early so I could putz with this. I don't see anywhere that I can do this. So I'll just wait for people to come and the chat's open. I don't want a timestamp. So I'm just fooling. I'm not doing anything right now. I'm just fooling around with switching the cameras. Hmm. Oh, that's a nice picture. Okay, the chat works. Why won't the camera switch? It said down here somewhere. There's a little dot. And that isn't true. Hmm. Now I've got itches and I love how people look when they're studying what they're doing. Like, I'm concerned with this camera business. Wait here, maybe. I said I wouldn't start till 11, so I don't want to I don't want to start in case somebody is planning on watching. It started raining here again and then the sun's out. So it's pretty nice. Just hanging out. See, I got my necklace on. Hopefully it posted. Let's see anybody here. Okay, that's where it's working. I was just worried that it wasn't going to be on. So now I got to figure out how to get it from my face to the webcam. And I'll work on that after. So So the sock I want to teach you how to make in this is called, and it's a knit along. We'll just do it at our leisure. I am not a fast knitter, and it's called Rose City Rollers. It's just a short sock. And the reason why I want to make a short sock is, first of all, you can do, hi Carolyn, you can do anything up on the top. You can make any sock. Once you learn this, you can do anything up there. And I don't want to waste, I don't wear socks. So this has a rolling top, and you'll learn how to turn the heel. And the fun thing is you do it on 2 needles. Well, 1 needle actually. 1 needle. Now you got to understand, these are my these have been packed up, so they're curly and they're kind of a pain to knit with. But I've knit all this on one long needle. So it goes like this, the sock. So I've turned the heel, and now I'm working on the foot. This was the sample piece. So today I'm gonna show you how to, hi Anik. I'm gonna show you how to cast on. And for those of you that don't know how to do magic loop, I'm gonna show you how to do a sample and get comfortable doing it. So that when we do the sock, what you're gonna make is just a tube for this practice. So when we go to make the sock, then you'll know how to do this. So I still have no clue how to get the camera onto the other thing. Maybe if I go back, I'm afraid I'm going to disconnect. It just should be easy, and it's just not. Let's see. Because me looking in my face isn't going to do you any good. No, I don't want to cancel that. Okay. There's just got to be something that's easy enough to, oh wait, maybe in my camera settings. I can't remember where it was. But I think now it's in my camera settings, if I can remember where that is. Okay, let's see. System preferences. Bear with me until I get the hang of this. That's why I wanted to get on early. I think it might be. That's not under that. My allergies everybody's complaining about them this year. Last year I did too. It's the tree, the pollen on the trees. Okay, it wasn't under display. Under sound. So under sharing. Sorry for this. Otherwise, I just have to, maybe screen sharing. Other users can, no, don't want screen sharing. Nobody else is going to get on this computer. Hi, Karen. Welcome to this fiasco. I just was sure. There used to be, when you did this, it had a camera, and it says you can change the camera to a different camera, and now it's not doing that anymore. They probably made it better. I just can't see it. I'm afraid I'm going to lose this if I keep poking around here. I tried to do a learn how quickly. Yeah, that didn't work. I didn't learn anything. I don't know what to switch cameras. I want to switch cameras. I'm poking on everything. Sure. Where is? Oh, goodness, we got it all going on here. That is, somebody beat their horn. How dare they? Does anybody know how to switch cameras? I can't even figure out. I'm so sorry. This is just crazy. Keyboard, mouse, trackpad, printer, scanner, sound. Network. New. Extensions. New. It's like watching paint dry. Accessibility. Switch control. Nope. That isn't it. Well, I can do voiceover. Well, this stinks. If I hold it up like this, why? Maybe if I unplug it and then plug it in, and these cameras have no switches. This is crazy. You can't toggle. You used to be able to toggle between cameras. We've done it before. Okay, that's fine. I'll just forget that camera. And I will try and do it. Let me get it up here on my, so I can see. Sniffing. Okay, that's where it's working. I was just worried that it wasn't going to be on. Oh, no, shut up. Okay. No, I'm not caught up. Okay, anyways, you have to have a long 36 to 40 inch circular needle. Yeah, I wish you could help, Anik. And how you're going to knit on them is this is called the loop. This end here is going to be the loop. So for your sample, you're going to cast on 20 stitches, and this will just teach you how to handle magic loop. So I'm going to cast on 20. So that's 2, 3. What did I do? Look at me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Hey, if you ever run out of yarn for casting on, like I've got 19 and I might run out, just to make it a little easier, you can tie another piece of yarn onto this end, and it gives you a little more yarn to work with to write down to the nitty-gritty. Now I know I'm going to have you looking over my shoulder because it's easier to see from the other side. Would have been really nice if all my planning would have worked out. I guess I can only do one way or the other. Put this down because I didn't want so now I have 20 on here. So I turn it to the right so my working yarn is on the right side. I hope that's how it comes up. And I'm going to slide it down so that my needles are in half. Follow that? I keep my hand on here so that I keep all the little legs on the bottom. And then I count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this is my middle. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's the middle right there. I don't pinch it tight because you'll bend your needles and you render them useless. Slide them down like that and slide them all the way to the end. Bring your working needle up in between there. I mean your yarn, sorry. Bring them all the way to the end. So don't cast on tightly because you'll have an issue. Okay, now what I do to make it a complete circle, something I didn't yet. It's good to have a darning needle or some kind of other sharp needle. And what I do is I take the front stitch off the front needle and put it onto the back needle. And I take the back needle, the back stitch, and this one will stretch really far, but you don't want to stretch it too far, and put it on to the front needle, and that makes your circle complete. Okay, now this is how you're going to do this constantly. Is you're going to work on this front needle, so you're going to pull the back needle out like that. Okay, so now you've got this little bunch of knitting here. It's really easy once you get started. And now I'm going to be knitting up in the air, which stinks. I don't know how else to. So you put the needle in and you knit. I'm a picker. Take that needle off, stitch off, knit it, take the stitch off, knit it. I'm splitting stitches. I think this yarn is alpaca. It's beautiful. It's just a scrap. So you knit all the way across. Whatever you have to do, you knit. You do whatever you have to do. What you're going to do, this is just a practice so that you get comfortable doing this. Knit, knit, knit. Okay, now I came to the last stitch on the front needle. Drop that needle. Okay, now I've got all the stitches here. You turn your needles to the right. The points have to go towards the right. I don't know if it matters if you're left-handed. Because I'm not, I don't know. Your yarn stays in between. Oh, you know what? He's been quiet all morning, all morning. So then I turn my needles to the right. So the work I did is on the back needle. Push, you're going to work on the front needle again. So I'm going to pull out the back needle. Just don't pull it too far or you'll lose your loop back here. This is the magic loop. If you have any questions, you can ask. I can see the questions. So then you just knit off the front needle again. Yeah, Iggy, you're in the picture. Now there's some tricks and tips on this. Doing this, it will turn inside out. So you always have to remember, and I'll show you after this. Okay, I'm going to drop that needle again, turn it to the right, push the front needle in, put the yarn in, the working yarn into the middle, pull the back needle out, and just continue knitting again. Now, just like when you're knitting on straight needles, your working yarn this one always comes from the back to the front. Otherwise, you're going to knit. I'll show you what happens with this. It'll turn inside out. Maybe this one won't because it's a little too, but when you're doing the cuff on the sock, it has a tendency to want to turn inside out. So if you practice knitting a tube like this, you'll get so you understand what you're doing. Okay, I drop the needle, turn it around. Now, see how the yarn's on the back needle there? Well, sometimes it turns inside out like this. How you figure out where you are is you turn your needles to the points to the right. Oh, the needle's on the front right now. See, that's wrong. It's not wrong, it's turned inside out. So I'm going to put it to the back. Look, there it is on the back needle. Push in the front needle and push, don't pull. Because I'll tell you what, you can take these stitches off the needle so fast if you pull like this. Trust me, try it. You'll see. They just zip, whip right off. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the back needle again. And now I've got like Mickey Mouse ears. Can you see there's loops on either side? So you just keep knitting like that. You cast on regularly. Well, you cast on all your stitches and then you split them. So you can, what's nice is you can go back and watch this again. I picked big yarn and big needles so that you can see it a little better. And it was supposed to, like I said, be right, have the camera focused right in. Oh, I dropped it. It's automatic. Drop it, turn your points to the right. And then that brings you right back to home base. And see what you're knitting then. You're knitting a circle, you're knitting in the round. Now, be careful that you don't, I've been doing this a long time, so make sure you snug your first stitch up. Like when you go in here like this, don't get a big gap like that. Snug it up. You know, your tension is important, and it's like knitting anything, it's tension. And you do this for a while and you'll get a nice tube that you can use as a finger puppet or something. But it's a good practice. So I turn my needles. And see, you will get that gap right there. You don't want that. You got to keep everything, the gauge, nice and even. I knit anything in the round, unless it's like a sweater, the ribbing or the bottom body of a sweater that you can knit on needles that are length. But like gloves, you can knit gloves, socks, mittens, everything, anything small like that, I knit on magic loop. What's nice about it, and I'll show you when you finish, is you don't have to worry about the stitches coming off the needles. Okay, I come to the last stitch, drop that needle. Well, if it would drop, turn my needles to the right, the points to the right. So you're pointed in the right direction. Okay, see how that is? And it's common to get ladders up the side. That if you do this long enough, you'll figure out how to you tighten up those first stitches. And pulling on it, it covers a multitude of sins, getting the stitches even. Anybody have any questions? Anybody still watching? There's 4 watching. Can you see what I'm doing? Is it good enough? Why won't the camera switch? There's not even a camera. Oh, you know what? No, I was gonna say because it's live streaming, but that doesn't matter. It should be able to do it. So what I want you to do is, if you've never done this before, is keep just knitting a tube, and then you'll get comfortable with knitting in the round magic loop. So when you're done and you want to put it away, can I shake this? You just move it down the needles like that, and I just put it into my bag, and off you go. And you can see how it's connected. And the reason I do that slip stitch in the front is so that it makes a nice complete round. It doesn't leave a gap right there. Okay. I'm doing fine. Thank you, Carolyn. So now I'm working on, and these needles have been crunched up in a bag. And look at, they're all rare. They're hard to knit on, actually. I think these are ChiaoGoo. I like ChiaoGoo needles. These are Skacel. Don't like them as much. They're more expensive. I used to own a yarn shop and I sold Skacel, and they were the best needles you could get, but I don't think they are anymore. So on this, I'm working across. Like I said, I'm on the foot. So this is the cuff, and it's just a rolled cuff. It's stockinette stitch. There's my beginning. I leave this so I know where my beginning is, and then in the end I can tie that in. You just knit for 1.5 inches. This is going to be a big one, I think. Then you do the heel, and you can't see the stitches because this is hand spun. And then this is the heel gusset. This is the heel flap right here. This is the anatomy of a sock. This is the heel flap. But first you have to do this little, I forgot what it's called. You do it, no, you don't do that first. We're starting at the cuff. You come down here, and then, yeah, you do short rows here. Then you pick up your stitches and you get up the gusset. I don't know if you can see the triangle here. That's your heel gusset going into your foot. So it's fun. I like knitting socks. I like these because they're quick. And I suggest using a fatter yarn. Don't do it on sock. Unless you're an experienced knitter, I wouldn't do it on sock yarn first. Do it on something that you can visibly see better, like worsted. It's just nicer because it's big stitches. This isn't sock. Well, it is sock yarn, kind of. It's got nylon in it. This is pretty old. I think I showed a picture. I started this one a long time ago, but I don't like the fit. It's got a gusset in the front, a triangle in the front, and I hate it. It just looks ugly, and I'm trying to rip it out. Oh, I got it. I'm ripping it out. I tried from both ends, and apparently I can get it from this end. So this yarn has been knit quite a bit. And it's some hand spun that I did a long time ago, and it's variegated. I've got a lot of green to knit yet. I'll bring the camera. I got a lot of green in here to knit. So I'll probably have one green sock, one purple sock, like I care. So, okay, I don't know. I'm going to try and figure out how to switch the cameras. Like I said, you used to just be able to do it, and now you can't. Now I can't see it anyways. It was on the screen. Watch it be something really easy. I'm poking around on here. I can't see anything. So, well, I hope, like I said, just practice. Unless you know how to do magic loop already, then it's not an issue. But for those of you that have never done it, try it. If you have any questions, contact me. Maybe I should make a group. I think I'll make a group for the knit along, and then you can just contact me in the group, and then people can share what they're doing. But the pattern is Bay City Rollers on Ravelry, and it's free. So hats off to her for giving out a free pattern. Did I say Rose City? Rose City Rollers. And this pattern, patience. This pattern is for knitting it with 4 needles. And I'm going to show you how to adjust any pattern so you can knit it magic loop. You can put ends on them. So I think he hurt his leg. Go figure. So thanks for watching. And you can join my YouTube channel, Jan Massey, on YouTube. And I'll probably have another one of these maybe early next week so we can start on the sock. But practice this. Okay, thanks a lot. Have a good weekend. It's Friday. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.